Gerard, how'd you grow up? Like, how did this whole
I'm only short. I haven't grown up yet.
Go, go! Are you doing it? He's in! That's a massive crash. And it's happened immediately! This is amazing! Big shot, and it's lights out, and away we go!
So I'll start with the podcast saying with obviously Jaiden, you went to the Eels game last night. How was that for you?
Definitely. I'm so happy, mate. I wrapped as 42-6. You can't get much better than that. And I had to contain myself last night not to party too hard because of it.
Yeah.
So yeah,
And that was because you had to get
that was
today too.
So, at home early after that. Lucky it was a 3 o'clock game, but the boys are on fire at the moment.
Yeah. Can you guess which team? Can you guess which team I go for?
Oh, the Dogs.
Yes.
Oh no!
I can't give it to you because it's too bad of a loss.
Oh,
at
mate.
least it's not bad as the Tigers. They lost 72-6 last night. So
Yeah,
That's a
no
record.
it's pretty bad.
yeah.
So Gerard, how'd you grow up? Like, how did this?
I'm only short. I haven't grown up yet. What, with racing?
Oh no, not with racing. Just like, where'd you grow up in Sydney?
So in Abbotsford, which is near Five Dock, Sydney, near the city.
Yep.
It was there's 6 boys, 1 girl.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually a twin, so there's another one of me floating around.
Really?
They look nothing alike, but
Great life. It was great growing up, like little savages, you know. But
yeah.
it was Parents were, they gave us everything we wanted.
Yep.
Didn't have much, but it was great growing up. Yeah.
Yeah. So was it what were your parents doing for a crust when you were growing
My
up?
old man, he actually built a company for Scarf Brothers, which was suits and Ruben F. scarves, and it was like he was the first to buy 2 suits for the price of 1. And he started up a trend with that, and very entrepreneurial. So
Yeah, right.
that was great. And then when he finished that, he went on to his own business and built that up and sold it. And then, I sort of tried to walk in his footsteps.
Yeah, and then that's how you started your company.
Yep, exactly. In 1998,
Yeah.
went out on my own, started World's Best Technology, and
Oh, he's all right.
he's getting nervous. He's tapping his
Oh, it's fine. It's all good. That's what a podcast is about.
Yeah, so, and from there it's just gone great guns. And I believe that it's the people you have behind you is your success.
Yeah.
So my wife, of course, I have to mention her.
Oh, you go
Actually,
for it.
it's funny, on the way before we left, he's waving goodbye to his wife. She goes, "Give a shout out for me."
So shout out to my wife Olivia, I guess.
My one just said, "See ya."
That's cool. How'd you meet Olivia, Jaiden?
I actually met her in Croatia in 2017 while we were on Kentucky with the boys.
Really? Kentucky tour?
Yeah, so probably wasn't meant to meet my life partner on a boys trip, but things happened. Everything fell into place, and halfway across the world, I guess we met, and turns out she was from Penrith and I was from Dural. So when I got home, I straight away messaged her, "Hey, you want to go out on a date?" And the rest is history.
Really? What year was that?
That was 2017. So 5 years ago.
Yeah, right.
Now we're married. Got a dog.
Gonna bring me some grandkids?
No.
I've noticed a lot with these podcasts. People bring out things that the family later on hears. So
not for a bit.
Yeah.
I'm just enjoying myself at the moment. We're having sort of time for ourselves, I guess, and we'll think about that later on. I'm only young. I'm only 26, so see how we go. Got to do some racing, and we've got a very busy schedule. Us, like, if we're not working, we're out racing, and if we're not racing, we've got something else planned. We're doing something every week. It's
you boys
constant.
are busy.
Yeah, always busy.
What made you guys decide to just get into racing though? Was it like just like an activity that you thought, we got to go out there and have a crack?
Definitely. Growing up, I was always watching Bathurst and everything, and watching Dick Johnson race and all that. And my dad couldn't afford to, have us race, so I I thought when I get the money, I'm going to start doing it. So for quite a few years, I was sponsoring other guys. Then I thought, nah, time to get in. Bit late in my career to start.
Yeah.
But I do all right. I have fun with it.
Yeah.
And then there's nothing better than having my son do it with me.
Yeah.
Now, we know we're not going to be champions.
Yeah.
But
We're in it for a lot of fun, you know.
a lot of
we're
fun.
enjoying
We
it.
have go. No, we're still competitive.
Yeah, like you said, like it all started out. He was sponsoring Josh Hunter.
Yeah.
I know you know Josh.
I was gonna ask about that.
So yeah, we sponsored Josh for quite a while, and he was doing great throughout his career.
He's still a good driver.
Great driver, good friend of ours as well.
But as you know, this whole industry is just about the coin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
Then we went on. We sponsored a DJR car at Homebush round once.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
good fun.
Well, we formed a good, mates with Dick Johnson and the Johnson family. So
Yeah, and then from there, I guess he just decided, stuff this, I'm going to jump in a car.
no, it was actually at work. Wayne, the guy that runs the business with Jaiden,
Yeah.
he's basically said, Jared, you love it so much, just get out of the office. Time for you to have a go. So he pushed me into it.
Yeah.
So we started off in that Toyota 86 series,
With
which is great.
Brian
series.
Hilton.
Brian Hilton Racing.
Yeah, Toyota. They started a team.
Yeah.
I think it was Dad, Luke King, Josh Hunter, and Drew Ridge at
That's
the time.
it.
So the four of
Yeah.
them.
Yeah. Right.
And then
It's funny because didn't know much about racing and that, so I
We-
went out and bought a brand spanking new Toyota 86.
and
Yeah.
like we
And
had
stripped it.
He'd never done anything to do with racing before that. So
Yeah.
straight away jumps into the 86 series with all these young
Very
blokes.
daunting, but that series is so good because they help you along, so they make you feel, there's training. They've got always experienced drivers in the race too. So I think my first race was at Bathurst, and I'm like, oh no, what's going to happen here?
Yeah.
And I went up to, which driver was it?
Glenn Seaton.
Glenn Seaton. I
Yeah,
said,
right.
Can I follow you for a few laps? So I did.
Yeah.
And I thought he was going fast, but it was his 50%. Then he went 60, then he went 70, and then I went, bye, he's gone. He's on my own then. But it was good.
Yeah. Right. And how Gerard? Did you race first, or
Yeah,
was that?
yeah.
And then Jaiden came in later.
I started it in, I'm pretty sure,
2016 it
16, yeah.
Yeah.
2016. And then Jaiden's only come in and
In
18?
2018 he had to have shoulder
shoulder
surgery.
reconstruction, yeah.
So I said, because I've always loved motorsport and like watched it and didn't really think that I'd get a chance. But once he started racing, I knew it wouldn't be long before I could kick him out of the seat. So 2018 shoulder reconstruction, I said, can I have a go? And so we went out to Wakefield.
Now he's bettering me.
Never driven a race car before, never been on a track. So had to do the whole cams thing and, get to know it. And went out for that first test day at Wakefield with Dave Cedars.
Yeah.
And I was shocking, but like it wasn't horrible. So, I mean, that's just, we went from there. First ever race was at Phillip Island in the 86 series. So that's a pretty daunting thing as well. That's a quick track.
Yeah. It's quick and big.
Yeah, yeah. So you got to learn really quickly, especially to keep up in the 86 series. And to my credit, I guess I wasn't coming last, so that's a bonus. And then like I think that's what I love about motorsport so much is that no one's ever happy with what they do. Like you can go to the best guys, and always they have to be better.
Yeah.
Whether it's a 1/10 of a second or a 1,000th of a second. Everybody just wants to be quicker.
Yeah.
There's never a guy that said, "Yep, nah, that's good enough. I won't do that again."
I'm happy
So
with what I do.
it's good. It's good. It's a great sport for me, I guess, because I'm always trying to get more out of myself.
Yeah.
Everywhere I go, I'm learning. Like I go to a new track pretty much every time we race because I've only done it for a few years. We had the whole COVID layoff. So yeah, just learning, getting to know everything. And getting to go fast is always fun. So,
Yeah.
That is.
I've got to ask, Jaiden, did you do any sports at school that you were like attached to? Was it rugby league or was it rugby?
yeah,
or anything?
played rugby league for a while. Love rugby league, but then everybody was just outgrowing me, so I couldn't do that.
Yeah.
Played soccer my whole life as well. I've always been into it, like
I coached.
sports.
Oh, I was going to ask the same thing for your dad.
Yeah.
So,
No, well, I coached him.
yeah, right.
Yeah, not very good. think we won one game.
Yeah, no, I think we won a championship, didn't we?
1 year.
Yeah, we won. We won the
I had
comp
help,
1 year.
coach.
So
Yeah. Then you got salary cap knocked out of you.
yeah, that's it. I was asking for a bit too much money, and they kicked me out. No. But nah. So I've always been into sports my whole life, and just motorsport. Yeah, it's really tricky compared to everything else that I've ever done. Like, it's completely up to you. Where all the others are team sport, you know, it comes up to everyone. This is completely on you. You make one mistake, it's costing you thousands.
Yeah.
First of all, and then it hurts. So it's definitely interesting. I love it. I'll keep doing it as long as I'm able to. I know I'm really lucky to be able to do it. But
your dad was saying before, like, his first memory was Dick Johnson. Did you have any memories as a kid, like, not just to do with motorsport, like, but as a sport that you wanted to achieve to do though?
to be honest, no, not really. I only started getting into motorsport, I reckon, when I was probably...
You like the Formula One.
I always loved Formula One, but probably like Australian motorsports probably when I was 13, 14, watching Bathurst with Dad, sitting down on the lounge all day and watching him drink beers.
I'd make sure I'd have a esky next to me so I didn't have to walk to the fridge.
Yeah. Or he'd just send me. But yeah, like, so...
Do that now.
So, like, not a massive upbringing in motorsport or anything like that. Just got into it. I absolutely love it now. I wish I got into it when I was young and I started go-karting and stuff. Probably be a lot better than what I am. But, you know, yeah, it's what it is.
As we said at the start, we're having fun with it.
Yeah,
having
that's
fun with
it.
it.
We're there to have
Did
fun.
you go to school with any go-karters or anything like that, Jaiden, or not really?
No, actually, none of my close mates, no go-karters. But like I said, Josh Hunter's probably one of my only mates that's been like that. And then as you sort of go along, I mean, I met Borgie years ago through an ex-girlfriend.
Yeah, right.
He was a family friend with them. And so we've been mates for quite a while. So Borgie sort of brought me into it as well. But yeah.
You guys got to tell me a bit more. We were touching before about world's best technology.
Yeah.
So you started in 1993, Gerard?
98.
98, okay.
Yeah, just bringing in laser printers into the Australian market straight from Korea. And now we don't even sell a laser printer.
Yeah.
But we built that up, and then Samsung sort of took that over with an agreement that, look, you know, we'll take this off you because we built it up so big, but in the other hand, we'll give you distribution of our other products. And on that stage, it just went bang, 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 bang. And from then, it's just built up to a rather large company.
Yeah.
So how does it work? Because as you know, the way you met me, I was desperate for a job during COVID and nearly got it and then decided to go this route. But you have a showroom there. So what was the point you were trying to get? Was it to help set TVs and stuff for a showroom, or
So
how does
we
it actually
built
fully
that
work?
prior to COVID? So it's always been a showroom, but prior to COVID, we built that nice showroom, had everything ready to go, and then COVID came in, so we put a snooker table in there, tennis,
Ping pong,
darts, you name it, a couple of driver sims,
Yeah.
because we knew that we couldn't have clients in, so we sort of changed it around. But the whole idea of that is to have clients in, they get the touch and feel, and
Yeah.
you know,
they get
look
to
at-
see what products are available, what kind of setting they're
have
in.
corporate nights where they come in and
I mean, we've got
you know,
like
training.
big LED wall going in now, the ones like you see in stadiums and stuff like that. So
Yeah, right.
yeah, it's pretty much just so they can sort of see and feel and get an idea for what they want to achieve with, I guess, whatever they're building. Because there's so many different avenues in what we do. Like, we do airports, there's construction.
Well, if
there's-
you go
there's
in all
anything.
the drive-through McDonald's, all those screens and that.
Oh, that's you guys.
Yeah, well, we don't actually
we
install.
don't-
We're the
Yeah.
box mover.
But
Yeah.
yeah,
So-
okay, I get you. I get
so-
you, mate.
Majority of them come through our warehouse,
Yeah.
So
And all the hotels, if you go in a hotel, 99%, if it's a Samsung, it comes from us.
through our warehouse,
Oh, wow.
So throughout
Yeah.
the whole of Australia.
So you don't actually realise how much screens and commercial display and stuff like
crazy.
that, how much is out there. Now I've said it, I guarantee you'll go walking down the street and you'll see in the shops like all these screens everywhere.
Yeah.
It's a massive market, and it's always...
Well, it's funny, most houses you go to now, if they're building, I got a guy the other day, I'm talking to him, he's putting 7 straight up Don't get me wrong,
Yeah,
I got
13.
13.
Yeah, that was a
But I know a bloke.
No, but like nobody has one TV in their house
No.
anymore. That's the thing as well. So, I guess the TV side of it for us is another avenue, but
It's
we
probably
mainly
20% of the
yeah
business.
we mainly focus on commercial display and like corporate settings and stuff like that. So yeah, it's real good, interesting, keeps your brain going, and you're always busy.
So the idea there is I get to sit back, race a bit more so I can beat him. And, he's taking over. He's taking the reins.
I mean, it's always close between us and the track.
It is. I'll never forget the one we were at Winton. I got a photo of it. And I'm next to him, and we're going up after turn 2, heading towards turn 3, and it's a great photo.
Yeah.
And I'm looking across at him in the photo, and I'm on the radio telling him, tell him to stop it, because he's
Yeah, side by
I
side.
saw it there, and I was like, "Oh, I'll just give him a bit."
he's going to knock us both out. I'm going to pay for the damages.
I was just tapping him on the side.
Was this
Well, I
the
had
Utes or the
inside run.
Utes?
Yeah,
the
back
Utes?
when they were diesels.
Yeah, right.
So that was actually our first run in the diesel Utes.
yeah,
Because I mean, we were doing 86s. We thought, let's just try something different. I'd only ever driven an 86 as well.
yeah.
So that was quite interesting. The diesel.
Yeah, I was going to ask about that. What's the difference? Like, I've spoken to Borgie because Borgie's come on the podcast and a few other, like Jack Elsgood's an old school ute racer, right? But what's the difference between the, obviously the diesel and the new engine that they've put
Chalk
in?
and cheese.
Yeah?
Yeah, completely different.
So the way these cars are set up, I mean, look, I haven't driven a supercar,
Yeah.
but I've been actually told. Heimgartner had a drive of it. He loved it. But it's just a proper race car. So everything's set up. So they've lowered the center of gravity. We're not rolling them anymore.
Yeah.
They got heaps of power. I think they're like 570 horsepower.
Yep.
So they go quite well.
I think for me as well with the diesel, you'd always have to sort of coming through a corner, touch the gas pedal a little bit just to keep the revs up so you got the turbo in there.
Yeah.
With these, it's just instant power. Like, you can actually drive this like a race car.
Well, I think
it's-
they're getting about 250 down Conrod.
Yeah.
So
it's quick.
it's quite quick.
Yeah. That accident I had at Bathurst last year.
Where I handed my car over to you.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember that.
Dad of the year, apparently.
That was at 220 kilometers an hour, so that wasn't fun at all. But,
You got a big call out on the TV for that,
Yeah,
Gerard, for that.
Yeah.
Giving your car to your son and letting him have a
he
crack.
got in trouble too for wearing his Louis Vuitton sunnies on the
They
screen.
said you got to see my sunny. I got some nice sunnies.
Hey, why did you get into trouble for that?
Oh,
No, they said when they're interviewing, you can't wear your sunny.
Oh, were they trying to do like the Netflix Drive to Survive thing?
yeah. Oh, yeah. You should see these sunnies. Wow. Very
I'll
nice.
show them to you. Cool. I love them.
Well, we do have a camera over there, so.
Check it out, everyone. We've got the sunnies going on.
Ah,
Love it.
They got the print on them too. Not bad. I
They're
like
very light.
but yeah, like these utes, they're a handful to drive, definitely. But I think that's part of the fun as well. So I wouldn't want to jump into a car and it just be perfect.
Yeah.
Like, what's the point? You got to hold on. It's heavy. It's fast. You know, you've really got to pick where you're going to put the car. And I mean, best part is you can sort of bump each other a little bit. They like to take a bit of bit of punishment.
Does any of you boys get driver coached though separately away from the track, or is it mainly just turn up at the track and just go have a dig?
Well, we do. No, but we'll have a
test day.
Test day,
Maybe the week before
and you'll sit down with the guys.
at Cedars.
Yeah, and they'll go through everything with you and point out, hey, you're not braking late enough, or you're over braking yourself, and you're not coming out of the corner as quick. And so there is.
Well,
That's
for
driver
us,
training. Otherwise, we go with James from Driver
Yep.
Solutions, but he'll hop in the car with you, and
Yeah.
I think for us, like we are busy with work all the time, so
Yeah.
to go out and do testing, like it's hard for us.
Mm.
So we normally do like probably the week before a half day, go out and do a bit of driving, just get back into the zone, then rock up to the track the next week. And the boys at Cedars are awesome. Like they help you out with absolutely everything. They're a great.
I can't get my head around driving the Mitsubishi. I'm not good like he is in it. But when I hop in the Ranger, I'm like, gosh, I'm on fire. So I bought one. My wife doesn't know. So we got
That's
two
something we might have
cars
to
now,
cut out
so
there.
we bought a second one. So hopefully,
So we just
Get a
got
little
that other Black Ranger.
Yeah, right.
they're all got their fors and against. You know, one might steer in a lot better than the other one, but the other one might be, I don't know. It's just, I think the Ranger for me, I know I've just changed the subject.
Fits his
It suits me better.
Yep.
It's sort of easier to steer. So
Yeah.
go on the
Yeah,
Ranger.
I like the Triton.
You like the
I don't know,
Triton?
Yeah, it's
Yeah, we're going to be oppositions. now. Actually, it's funny. One year we were
Nothing
racing
frightens
at
the
Gold Coast,
Yeah.
and we both, that was diesels then, weren't
yeah, they were
wasn't it?
diesels.
And he was in Team Mitsubishi, and I was in Hilux Toyota.
Yeah.
So it was funny. We were rivals. That's when it all started.
We're
Yeah.
always rivals.
Yeah,
The boys always bet.
there's
every
a bet
weekend
every time before a race.
which Mags is gonna win this weekend.
Yeah.
So there's like the proper championship, and then there's the Mags.
The Mags
we
championship.
run our own race.
Yeah.
Want to hear more? Each week we will share the hottest clips from our guest interviews on YouTube. But to hear the full episode, make sure to subscribe or follow us on your favourite podcast platform.